Hi Taurus, it's BDevine and welcome to the month of October readings for you guys. Now I'm going to be using a combination of cards. I'm going to be using the Hanson Roberts deck. I'm also going to be working with the tea leaf cards to give us different sections. So career, love and relationships, and also finances. Okay, so we're going to be working on these three different areas of our life. I'm going to also do some tea leaf messages, some dragon cards, and some sigils for us. So we've got a few things to go through, and I hope you like little guy sitting here. This is Bobby's dragon, and sort of said he wanted to come in here, so that was cute. He's kind of changed expression since he's first started coming in this room, so that's cool. Okay, so we're going to start off with career, and hopefully this finds you happy and well. Okay, so we're going to do 2 cards for each section. And don't forget, and I have to say this, you need to get my 2020 reading for you specifically for next year. Okay, so it'll have attunements, it will have healing, it will have messages broken down for each month next year. And I've found that people that do get the year spread ahead, they're very, very impressed with how things start to happen, or things can change, or you can change the energy yourself. So please have a look at that, devinemiracles.com. There's 2 ways in which you can get the reading, so have a read of that also. And my $99 special is on until the end of October, so I encourage you to get that too. Okay, so let's start with your career for Taurus. Okay, so I'm just going to, I have a feeling when I'm doing the shuffling, like I get a feeling of where I need to be, and I put the intention of your energy going into the cards, so I just follow it. I just trust it the whole time. That's it. Okay. And then, as I said, we'll also do some dragon cards and stuff too. Okay. So here we go. For career, for Taurus. Interesting. It really looks like something's just finished or is about to finish for you with the death card there. And then something new is about to begin, right? So it normally... Okay, let me see if I can tune into this for you. 2 major cards with regards to work and career and where you're heading. And it feels like whatever it is that you've left behind has been a very positive thing for your future. It's like nobody can sort of pull the wool over your eyes anymore. You've made a decision here with regards to work and career, and everybody is in a different place. Like, of course they are. Everybody's got different circumstances. So I do my best to sort of give you messages about it, but my feeling here is whatever you have decided to do in your life, however you've decided to finish something, whether it's a way of thinking, a way of doing things, a way of working in your work environment, of course, whatever it is that you decided to do, it started to change things within you and around you. And this also might be something that's continuing in October, where you're moving more and more and more into this energy of change and bringing you into this beautiful balance with the yin and yang energy of the Chariot. The Chariot energy is very, very fast moving. Like, for example, you make a decision to do something and then it starts taking place in your life. Right? You make a decision, it starts happening. And this can involve travel, of course, because it's the Chariot card. And this normally means travel over the land, although it can be overseas, but it's more than likely traveling over land. And this particular energy of the month of October for you is about pushing your boundaries and pushing past different ways of the way that you've always done things and trying to challenge yourself to do it differently in order to succeed. There is a major turning point for Taurus in their career if you want it to be there. Okay, no one can tell you what to do, right? It's up to you to decide what you want to do. But if you decide to challenge yourself, you're going to find yourself in a much happier and more successful frame of mind. And the energy around you will also work in your favor. So very major for Taurus. Very major turning event with regards to career. Now in love and relationships for Taurus, okay, interesting. Okay, now we should know as we're looking at cards by now that the Nine of Swords can indicate anxiety. My feeling is that this is not something that you always are, because I feel Taurians are very confident in themselves. But when you think about different situations, you can become, lost in a bit of memory, or allowing yourself to remember things at certain times of the year, or when you've lost somebody and it comes back to the surface like the first time or the first day you heard about it, kind of thing. So there's this energy here about love and relationships where there is something that's triggering you emotionally. You are strong enough to get through it though. You are strong enough to push past it and not allow it to become who you are, right? But there's an anxiety here, or something that needs to be cleared from the past that may be blocking the fullness of a relationship for you. Maybe the way you've been treated in the past or in a past relationship. Maybe you haven't dealt with some trauma from years and years ago. Maybe there's just this feeling like you keep waking up during the night and you feel exhausted and you feel all over the place and you feel worried for no reason. But whatever it is, it can be blocking how you feel inside of yourself. Even if you're in a deeply harmonious relationship, you can still feel like something's not quite right. And this energy here is just telling you that you do have the strength to get yourself through this situation in whatever way that means for you and in whatever way that you want to do it. But that you also need to communicate your needs, even if you communicate to friends or people that you care about a lot, and just open up, allow yourself freedom from the past. We're always dealing with something within our healing. We're always dealing with something throughout our life. And, don't feel like you're crazy or something like that just because you're having some strange experiences. If you need someone to talk to, please do. But it's also talking about a relationship in which you can trust in if you let yourself, okay? And that is there for you if you let yourself. But make sure you're not pushing yourself to the end of the pile, okay? Work on yourself first. Okay. And financially, what have we got going on here? Okay. All right, so financially you're sort of feeling a little all over the place, okay? In the month of October, it's going to be really important that these two energies from this card sort of don't take over. The first energy is overthinking about a lot of different things. Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? And it goes around to that point where you're just like, oh my God. So for the month of October, don't let yourself overthink all these different things that can happen. Don't let them become emotional fears that you have, because you have the Five of Wands here too, which is like that fighting against or picking energy as well. So when things don't work out, you could get annoyed, and then you could get annoyed at things not working out and whoever's making that happen. So at first you might blame yourself, and then you'll be like, oh, stuff that. It's not my fault. you know, this is happening because of so and so and so and so, and oh my God, and then you start getting cross about it, right? So the energy here for your finances is when you're catching yourself overthinking, or you're catching yourself picking on yourself or getting angry about something that you can't control, okay, that you recognize it and tell yourself, and this is blocking the way that I'm behaving, or the way that I'm thinking, or the way that I'm feeling is blocking my financial flow. So I need to be just thinking about one thing at a time. And if I'm angry or upset about someone or something that happened a long time ago, I need to just let it go, because it's not hurting me. I mean, sorry, it's not hurting them, it's hurting me, right? Because being angry at someone never hurts them. It only always hurts you, right? So you're just being told that you are taken care of. You are being guided, okay, every step of the way. So remember to delegate, you know, energies as well. So if you're worried about your finances, say, okay, I'm going to let spirit take over it. You know, I'm just going to let the universe take over it and step out of the way. And this will work much better for you. We have some more cards that we're doing here too, so we'll see what else comes up. Okay, so your tea leaf cards. Okay, and I've burnt my finger, so that's why it's sort of acting weird. I'm always burning myself in the kitchen, you know. Anyway. Okay, so career. Let's have a look what's going on. Try to shuffle these is not easy. Okay, and you have the arrow. I love it. You are on the right path regarding the career, some aspect of your life. You're moving forward. Look, the arrow has to be drawn back first before it's released. So you may have been drugged back into some craziness. Now you're free. Okay, you're moving forward on the right path. The arrow is working with you. So keep going, whatever that is. Love and relationships. And there it is. What have we got here? Oh. The energy of the club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Maybe with the club energy, it's already been happening and you've been feeling this way, right? Don't do anything that you don't want to do. And I don't really know many Taurians that do things that other people want them to do. That, you know, you do tend to stick to your guns and do what you want to do anyway. But it may be someone using something emotional to make you feel bad. You know, because when your emotions kick in as a Taurian, you will change your habits and you will do different things. So just be aware of that. Someone trying to make you do something against your will, okay? Listen to that little bit of a message. Also, the wealth and finances section. And it's a hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yes, just getting away from all of these problems. Mentally changing the way in which you see your finances. You know, sometimes just even changing the energy of the house is like having a vacation. Or changing something about yourself can change the energy as well. Okay? So that's moving right along with what we were saying, definitely. Okay, let's have a look at the dragon energy. Overseeing everything for Taurus. Okay, the destroyer energy. All right. So for Taurus, okay, whatever is not solid in your life doesn't necessarily mean something that you're doing, but it's something that is not completely solid. or not working for you anymore, it's going to fall apart. Okay? And it's a good thing, because from where there's rubble, we can rebuild. Where you know where you're standing, like, say for example, everything just falls apart, something finishes, something ends, and it feels like it's the end of the world for you. From there, you're going to be able to see, okay, this was needed for me to be able to move to the next level. The fire dragons are working with you to clear your path and cleanse you of any toxicity, okay, in any position of your life. And as you get used to working with dragons, you will see that they work for the highest good of you and for the planet, you know. They help us to hold the light, and they also help us to get rid of anything that is holding us back. So there could be a circumstance that comes up in October for Taurus that can feel overwhelming at the time. You know, it can feel too big, can be like, oh my God. And then you suddenly realize why it's had to take place. And it may be that it's a really big shock, you know, and then you start to see why it's happened. But you need to know that you're protected every step of the way. Along with this, we get our little sigils for the dragons as well. So for career, I'm going to do them upside down. So for career and love and finances as well. So for career, good health, karmic ties ending. Doesn't that make sense, what we were just talking about? Happiness and grounding. Okay, so you can use this sigil for any of these, and it's just a drawing and it creates energy. For in the position of love and finances for Taurus, this is it. The teaching Montar dragon comes forward. New ideas, new friends, moving out into new territory, and good timing. Okay, the letter R is symbolic here for some reason. Bringing in your teaching dragon to help you with these things. Okay. And finally, Taurus, your finances. Let's have a look. Fire dragons. Rough times and people sending negative energy, but this brings protection from harm. So that's what you've been going through with regards to your finances. Maybe people have been sending you negative energy, in which case just dissolve it. Don't keep it around you, send it back or anything like that. Ask the dragons to dissolve, cleanse and clear the negative energy. You don't need it anymore. You don't need to hang on to it. And when you're getting negative energy, you generally start with a bad mood. So bad mood comes on, and then usually headache, neck ache, shoulders, etc. Okay? So use this sigil to protect yourself. Make sure you're using it and calling in your dragons for support. So really overall for the month of October for Taurus, you guys are moving into a completely different cycle, right? It's going to be completely different at the start of the month to how things sort of end up at the end of the month, right? But that you've got the strength and the love and support to get you through, okay? And I hope that you enjoyed your messages for the month of October. And until the next time, many blessings. Bye for now. Bye.